When it comes to being productive, what is your biggest challenge? Is it distraction? Is it motivation? Is it procrastination? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 of my favorite books heading into 2025 that'll help you tackle all of those issues and be a lot more productive going into the year. Let's chat about it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Russell, and this is Let's Chat Tech with Nick. Now, growing up, I hated reading. I hated schoolwork and anything that had to do with reading. Now, comic books was about the only thing that I read, but that didn't help me be any better. It helped me have a lot more fun. Now, fast forward many, many years later, and I can't get enough of reading now. Whether it be on my Galaxy Fold 4 using the Kindle app, to physical books, or even using Audible and listening to audiobooks while I'm out for a walk or a run. Now, in this video, I want to talk about 3 of my favorite books that have helped me be a lot more productive, and that's why I want this on a list for 2025. I'm definitely going back and rereading these 3 books. So let's dive right in. Now, the first book is the only physical copy I have. The rest are all on my Kindle. But the first book is Ali Abdaal's Feel Good Productivity. Now, this is probably one of my favorite books. I bought that last year, and I've already read it twice, and I'm definitely going to read it again. And the cool thing about Feel Good Productivity is it's not a read this, do that type of book. It talks about the science behind different methods of being productive, as well as making being productive a lot more fun. And if you watch a lot of my other videos, coming up with different playlists and making those playlists into side quests and how that could help you be a lot more productive, all that stuff comes from Ali Abdaal's Feel Good Productivity. It's definitely a book I recommend everybody check out. Now, with that, let's get into a little more structured and systems way with this next book. Now, this second book is kind of 2 books in one. The second book is Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte. He also wrote another book that ties in with this called The Para Method, but we'll focus more so on the Building a Second Brain. Now, the idea behind having a second brain is using a note-taking system where you can take all the information that you're thinking about and quickly jot that down so you can reuse it, whether that be Todoist or Notion, even a physical notebook if that's what you're more comfortable with. But using a digital system works best. Now, for me, I use Notion, and that gives me the ability to quickly capture information using a widget on my phone. It'll store into a inbox, and then from there, I could organize that using the para method: projects, areas, resources, and archive, which he talks about in the para method book. But using the Building the Second Brain, he talks about how you can store this information, easily recall that, as well as some amazing note-taking abilities. Because when we grew up in school, the way we took notes were completely wrong. And he dives deep in how to take notes in this book. Highly recommend it if you want to take better notes and get way more organized with your thoughts, your ideas, and your digital filing systems. Now, let's talk about the last book. Last but not least, let's talk about Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog. Now, it's not a huge book, but it is packed full of information, and it changed the way I structure my day and get things done. Now, the idea behind Eat the Frog is taking your biggest, hardest tasks and tackling those first. So at the end of the day, you're just taking care of small, easy to do tasks, and it'll help your day go by a lot smoother. He also talks about when you structure your to-do list by breaking that down into 3 tasks, 3 frogs that need to get done first and then the way down. So, for example, if you have 10 tasks that you need to get done on any specific day, prioritize that task and break off the top 3 hardest frogs, biggest frogs that you need to get done, and write those down separately. That's something I also have set up in my Notion planning template. So when I write all of my tasks, there is a priority section where I take the top 3 and transfer them to the top. Now, once you complete those 3, you can go back at the remaining 7 tasks and take the next 3. So as you're going through your task list, each task gets easier and you'll be able to complete your task list a lot faster. It is a game changer when it comes to prioritizing and getting your to-do list done throughout the day. So that's it. That is the 3rd and final book on my list. So that's it. Those are the top 3 books I recommend reading in 2025. Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal, Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte, with honorable mention to The Pear Method from Tiago Forte, and Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Now, let me know in the comments of this video, what are your favorite books that have helped you be more productive? And with all of that, I'll see you on the next video.